Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Kolejny odcinek z... wiadomo z jakiej gry. Call of Juarez Gunslinger. No i cóż, jak mamy broni? Quick shooter, won mi z tym! Jak to 6-strzałowiec. Ła, strzelają. Okej. No, to za bot. Lol, przysypali? Okej. I po braciach Dalton.
But everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Inne wersje wydarzeń, nie?
It was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
O, level up. To co bierzemy? Co my tu mamy? Dobra. Będzie to. O, nie strzelać do mnie. Ups. Jakie coś mnie zabiło?
As stone cold killers, so the marshals took every precaution, knowing they wouldn't go easy.
Icho.
The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
Patrzcie, jakie uniki oni robią.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Jest tu gdzieś drabina. No nie ma jeszcze drabiny. No jest drabina, wreszcie.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Dobra. Historia Dwighta, wersja.
Brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't for will to make this country free. Jim Booth, Davy Crockett.
Okej, dobra. I okej. Jeszcze jakieś duże kompo zrobiliśmy. Smutek.
It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob
Okay.
2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in coffee.
Nie lubię tych tarczowników.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't
Okay.
want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons throw up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. The Dalton boys knew I would never give up.
Okej.
Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs.
No i nie wystarcza pułapka.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me
Patrzcie, ile
on
on-
all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long time.
Easy!
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
I nie ma braciszka. No, czy jest ranny.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
No i co, idziemy dalej. No i cóż, gra się wczytała. Idziemy z kolejną misją.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Okej.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
No i jak nam się pogoda zmienia?
It's tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
No dobra, no ładnie to wygląda. Mimo tych prawie 10 lat.
Maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anyone.
Bury them in the swamp. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm.
Okej.
I had to face them alone.
Łatwiutko, co to za
I
zagrożenie?
wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
I'm done.
Dobra.
The boys had established quite a
Nie,
reputation,
no wolę z jednym strzelać.
so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Mamy tam tego snajpera, strzelca.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. Point being, I was under serious attack.
Hop. I tutaj jeszcze jeden. O, tam się schował.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view. But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them.
I hop.
But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn...
Trzech tak sobie biegło.
Soon I had no goddamn idea where I was.
Długo z nim pobiegali.
So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
I Steve zasnął.
Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Dobra, twarzą w twarz nad siadło.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
Jest taki fajny, nie? Jak on tak
Steve,
se
light's paying attention.
dmucha w ten pistolet czy coś.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits.
I nowy poziom.
Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family?
I co, bierzemy kolejny, co tu mamy. No i fajnie.
I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
No zabiję was wszystkich. Dwóch tarczowników. Wow. Ten nawet jeszcze wybuchał. Amunicja. I hop.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Na razie to problemów nie mam.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high.
Hop. Oczywiście, że jest Silas Greaves.
But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Jeszcze w dynamit go trafiliśmy.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Dobra, do widzenia.
You don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben.
Między oczy.
Do something, I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Nie, okej.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Pułapka.
I'm sending you to hell.
Łapali nas.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive.
Trzeba uciec stąd.
Finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Laura just wondering why.
We're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Breeze?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might.
Dobra, strzelamy z kartaczownicy.
Somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Oj, to się posypią punkty tutaj. Już mamy powyżej 23. Powyżej 30. Nowy poziom.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time.
Wszystkich trafiliśmy, 34.
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Dobra. Jest to moja szybkość. No.
Got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend to that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Przymierz umiejętności. Dobrze, musimy iść w trapera już. I mamy broń legendarną nawet do kwanu, ale dobrze, ja wam dziękuję za uwagę i widzimy się na następnym odcinku. Na razie.